streaming. Start streaming. Finally, a day that I can actually do this. All right. Let's see us connected here. All right. Let's get into Cuphead. Let's let everybody know today's going to be hopefully a little bit of a longer stream because I can actually do it once. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I finally got to reach the point that I can do a longer stream today. That's kind of nice. Close this. Let's open this right here. Start my controller. If I don't start my controller, I'll just never get away unless nothing will ever happen. Also, this is a clip. Oh, I have a clip that I never knew this. I never used this. Oh, wait. I can turn on ads right here. I can just have ads going. I didn't know that. Okay, maybe I'll start doing more ads. Sub only? Never. Never. Okay. Let's take a break from this for a second. Open this and get started. All right. There's a lot more, what's it called? Commands right now. When I put it down, what the commands do. All right. Let's get this party started. Woo. A great slam and then some. All right. All right. All right, that was a perfect start for today. That was a perfect start for today. All right. All right, let's hit it. Let's hit it. All right, this will be the time. This will be it. This will be it. Why is his laugh so creepy? Oh, so close yet so far.
Good day for us. Well done. Now go.
Dude. Dude. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that I had my ult on. Okay, that does help a little bit. Alright, fine. Bro! Why can they keep on shooting at me? Alright, fine. Today's the day. I feel it. Alright. He hits him 5 times, I believe. Bro! Why does parrying not do anything here? Nah. That was a terrible... Yo, Julia, how you doing? I added more commands. Check below. Check below what the commands are. I added so many commands. Bruh. You can add, like, so many commands. I'm not even kidding. Bruh, I did not feel that one. I did not feel that one. That one just felt so terrible. Parried into something. That's so stupid. Resume, no, retry.
This match will get red hot. Here goes.
If I'm not feeling it early. Alright. Hello. Yes. Returned by death. They all have fun. Bruh. I parried twice into them. Oh, I'm LARPing the hell out of this. That's the whole point. And I'm gonna keep them free. I decided this a long time ago. I think it's more fun if stream have, like, interactive stuff like that. You know what I mean? Oh. What else did I add? I added 20 of them. Oof. What the Oof. Nice. Prepare for spam. I'm testing. Go right ahead. That's the whole point.
Are you crazy? Are you out
Are
of
you
your
out of mind? Oof. Alright. I am not the imposter. I am not. Oof. Amoongus. Wait, the 4-4 didn't go out. Didn't work.
For sure.
For sure.
Here goes.
Ah. I wanted that. FBI, open up. Okay, that one's a little bit long. I do need to make that sound bit a little bit. It won't. Woo! Alright, this should be the end of him now. And now he comes, he cries. There's 20 of them. There should be like 20 of them, so... Oof. Knockout! We got it! Somehow found a good EPUB translator. Ooh. Oh, Lord of the Mysteries. Oh my god, that was so hard. I gave it my all. Super meter 2, probably like a B. B+. Yeah! We collected that soul. That dumb soul. Yep, Beppy the Clown. Screw you, Beppy. Check me out. I'm handsome. Now, what do we do? Do we go for more? Okay, we collected this person's soul. We collected the genie. This one took a while. Beppy also took like a week. Do I collect this soul? You need to add a command for like congratulations or something. America. The truth is, I probably will, but I added. Okay, from yesterday to today, I added. Yesterday, I only added 5. America. No, I removed the Discord. Bedlam, go down. Welcome. Go down and check the thing. By the way, I literally just beat Beppy the Clown. You should have seen me. I was beautiful. It's joined. Oh, it's not joined. It's joined. Joined. Join belongs to different things. Wait, leave? Was it leave? I need to check. Yeah, it was leave. Wait, that did do it correct. Well done. Yee. Ow. What? Why did I deserve a... I knew people would love the metal pipe, so I specifically lowered... Ooh, come on. I specifically lowered the metal pipe's decibels so that it doesn't ruin everybody's time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Alright. Oh, by the way, that won't get annoying. And like, I know that I'm not saying that sarcastically. I really don't get annoyed by this kind of stuff. No, I want to go in. I want to go into this tent. Oh wait, I can't go in anymore. Oh, this is a shop. This is a shop. Buther's pretty quiet now. Well, that's the whole point. If you read yesterday, ooh. Porky enemy spotted. What do you mean enemy spotted? I'm not an enemy. I'm not an enemy. Wait, is that guy an enemy? He better not be. Also, we need to find where are those 3 orphans? These 3 orphans are missing their boy. Also, why can't I is this not a ride? Is this like not a thing? I thought this would totally be an enemy. Alright, Beppy. Sure. Should we go here? Should I go here? Through this, all your battles and all my rhymes. Do we fight this guy? Other than being a bit rude, he's not an enemy. Alright, let's hear him. You have failed and perished 780 times. That's it? I thought it was more. Honestly, I thought it reached to like 4,000 deaths. So I'll take it. Alright, so we have opened up this new area. I don't think we can quite go through there yet. Huh? That one, the I need to lower. I'll actually do it right now. Thank you for letting me know. Let's go right here. Into that does not need to be that high. Oh, by the way, I removed text-to-speech on purpose. Text-to-speech no longer works because it's...
A few moments later.
Because I got this fear in the back of my mind of what people would actually say, so I said, you know what? Sure, let's lower that. All right. Yeah. I'm going to, but for the record, I'm going to add like a lot more. There's a jumping spider living in the entry of my phone. It's extra cute. Okay, that's kind of cool. Was it because of my revolution? No, nothing to do with your revolution. The problem with text to speech is I want everything to be free, right? Hold up. I want everything to be free, but the problem with having a free text to speech. How long has this been live? 15 minutes. I beat. You can go back. You can go back in the VOD. I beat Beppy the Clown. I beat Beppy the Clown. I was beautiful. I did it, and you guys were right. This thing right here, the spread is nuts. The spread does 5 times what the roundabout does. Not roundabout, sorry. What the pea shooter. Basically, roundabout does double from what I felt. With roundabout, I was cutting my time in half. With this, I was cutting my time by like 80%. Not even kidding. Only 15 minutes alive. Only 15 minutes alive. By the way, if you want to look down below, I put in the description all of the commands for all of the sound effects that you can just throw in whenever you want. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Hey! Hey there, fellas. Come and watch my little show, have you? They say juggling is like parrying. Is it, though? Is it? I removed Discord. I removed Discord. Wait, does it not show up? Does it still show up as Discord? I thought I thought I changed it. No. I gotta check. Yeah, I did change. I did write that I changed it. Down below are the new ones because disc would be annoying. I think. Yeah, I know. It would be a little bit annoying like that, but hey, you have more of them, and I'm going to be adding more over time. Over time, I hopefully I'll be adding at least 10 more. I think it's funnier to do that. Okay. Oh, wait. I didn't mean to do that. Well, hey there, fellas. Come and watch my little show, have you? They say that juggling is like parrying. Though at first, but soon, you can... Well, that looked like a may to me. But soon, you can string them together simultaneously. I'm hoping to get 4 someday. 4 in a row. Yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it? Alright. Fury Frolic. Let's try this. I have a sound idea, but I can't bring myself spooky, scary words. Whoa, okay. What the? Just kill me now. Use lobber? What's a lobber? Hold up. It makes 9 times, what's the lobber? I don't have the lobber. Exit to map. Spread is pretty bad for Grim. Hold up. You said something that sparked an interest in my mind. It's a dragon. Yes, it's a dragon. But only one dragon gets to leave. Is lobber in here? Let's check it out. Yo! Okay, this is a lobber and it costs 4. So if it makes life 1,000 times easier, I'm guessing that this game is made for progress. So The next thing that we're doing, I guess, is this. The Funhouse Razzler. The Funhouse Rizzler. Alright? This fight.
You're up.
What's going on? Why is my parry not going up? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. The Funhouse. Hey! I'm working the best with what I got. Hold up. I'm trying to learn this one.
It's on.
You know what? No. Options. No. Exit the map. I want to change the thing. Okay, this I think is useless to me here. No! It's not sus! It's not sus! What's a better I think the smoke bomb would be better here. Am I wrong? No, what am I talking about? No, wait, nope. This is just better. Let's try this. Amoongus.
Here goes.
Bro, how do you get through this? What? Oh. How? What am I supposed to do here?
Now go.
Leave? No. Okay. We're learning. You just... Oh, okay. No.
It's on.
What?
Here goes.
I don't know how to crouch here. Oh, okay.
And begin.
Okay, we're learning. We're learning.
Here
Like,
goes.
what are you doing now? I'm trying to figure this out. This is not an easy one. It's not sus. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is this? Why am I down to 1 heart here? Son of a gun. Son of a gun. There's a lot of parry, I know. Oh, spread, parry, and pray? Is that what it is? Is this better than invincibility? What is better, Super R2 or Super R1? Because the energy beam seems kind of useless in the long run. Because my regular supers are better. The invincibility gives me like an extra heart, you know? Read the long comment about it. Okay. Alright, Omar. Use spread in this gun. Okay, I have spread. And run and J kill the big duck by aiming up. Don't go back when killing the duck because it will kill him faster when you... Okay. Alright, fine. Sure, I have spread. Let's give it a try.
It's on.
Alright. Bro. Bro. Okay. I told you, you have to beat this part. Yeah. I'm not blaming you. Alright, fine. I just don't know. I have to aim towards the X. Oh. Okay, I'm beginning to see a pattern here that I don't like. I think I want the chaser and the spread. Am I making sense? I think I'm making sense.
Now go.
Alright. Alright. Whew. We're off to a good start. Wait, I can't take him down? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oof. All right, I want to see something. I believe in me too. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, okay, we learned something. Okay, we learned something. All right. All right. Oh! That hurt. That hurt quite a bit. All right, I'm getting past this. Okay. Oh, that card was there. I was gonna do something. I was gonna do something pretty. All right, so it's spread. Okay, 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 okay. Spread is just so powerful. Oh, aim for the head. Got it. All right, little ducklings, time to die. Okay, nothing happened. You have improved, I'll say. Thank God I've improved. Yo, Skywarp, how are you doing? Improving doesn't mean anything. You say that and then that happens? Oh, phooey. All right. Okay, fine. It doesn't matter. We're just, Oh. Gotta go. Read all my comments. I'll read all the comments. When you arrive to the next, I think you meant wave, whatever. Oh, Thuol, try to stay close to him and okay. When the car goes the other way, keep jumping. Yeah, no problem. It's gonna be another one of those. Bruh. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Alright. What do you mean, buzzer? I'm wrong? Why am I wrong? Bruh. Just kill me now. Who's the hardest boss I've had to face? Honestly, the pig. Because I can't afford nothing. The hardest part is being poor. It's not moving forward. If I can afford everything, then what would I care? Oh, wait. You can duck under the duck, by the way? Is that a thing? Oh, I got to... Okay, okay. You know what? Let's try to duck under the duck this time. Alright, that's a thing. Whew. All right. Honestly, the fact that you can duck under the duck, thank you for letting me know, is I can just farm for an entire invincibility and just do this. That's crazy. If I wasn't streaming, that's literally what I would be doing. Because I don't care about the time.
For sure.
What do you mean for sure? Don't mock me. I know what I'm saying. I know that what I'm saying is correct. Okay. Oh, phooey. Oh, phooey. What do you mean, no? Bro, I gotta...
It's on.
All right. What do you mean? I didn't die? Bro. Oh, you. That wall did? Yeah. They always return by death. Alright, fine. Alright, he opened his... Whew. Bro. Bro.
Enemy spotted.
No. No.
Now go.
I was gonna die there. There's no point in dying early. Oh, you son of a... Okay, let's die. You know what? Let's run until we die. That's the only way we learn. If we die, we die. Hold up.
Enemy spotted.
Alright, fine. What do you mean slap? What do you mean slap? Alright, we're gonna get this done no matter what. Oof. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what they say. Oh. Come on. Come on. Alright. Oh. Working on new videos. I have a video coming out tomorrow. Like, I'm working on some stuff. I'm definitely working on some stuff. Yes. All right. Oh. That's a toughie. That's a toughie. And can we get through this? Whoa, 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 whoa. That was gonna end poorly. Oh. Oh, walk in the open mouth after the car. I can do that? I didn't know. All right, let's try that. All right, that wasn't an exemplary. He almost swore. What do you mean I almost swore? I'm allowed to swear if I want to. What? Do people think I don't swear? That does work. Wait. All right. We're just trying to go through that. Phooey. Yeah. It's just funnier.
It's on.
At least that's what I think. Like, what do you want to hear? Another guy who just curses all the time? I don't want to be the guy who curses all the time. Oof. Phooey. Oh. They're laughing. They're mocking me.
Now go.
Me. When I forget to duck after the duck. Yeah. It is what it is. Okay. You know, I'm gonna take the safe. You know what they say about slow and steady. Whew. All right. Wait, hold up. I have an idea. I just want to see how far I can get. It's fine. It's fine.
It's on.
Do 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 do. All right. I don't care about you. I'm not gonna give you an inch. All right. Oof. Oof. Bruh. Me, whatever.
Now go.
Alright, fine. I'm just happy if I can just get through this. Alright. Alright, this part seemed so impossible to me in the beginning that I thought I would never get through this. Now it seems like easy. Oh. With that run though, I did okay, but you know, when you're just trying to learn it, like, I'm happy to just have money. Oh, no. Okay. I'm happy to have money. Okay, so now... Oh, they targeted me. I got targeted. I got double targeted. Bro, these cards are there placed specifically to ruin it for me. By the way, in about an hour, I want to move from Cuphead, not to Town of Salem though. I want to do some. If anybody wants me to react to, not react, but like watch any videos, I'm more than happy to. Oh, phooey. All right, I want you to start crying. Cry for me. Cry for me. Cry for me.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted? Who's the enemy? Who's the enemy? No. Alright. Okay. Oh. Bro. Bro.
Now go.
This is so unfair. I suck at video games. Okay, I did read online that this is considered one of the harder games out there. Oh. Bruh. Start crying for me. Cry. Cry more. Oh. Let's kill me. By the way, I hope to add more, what's it called? More sound effects. This is just like the beginning. Every week, you're gonna see me adding, like, easily, 2 or 3. It's gonna be, like, so dynamic. Cry for me. Cry more. Cry. 7 millenniums to beat the clown. And now... Cuphead is an 8 out of 10 for my playthrough. Oh. I'll take it. 8 out of 10 means that it's hard. Let's not fall for this trap. Okay. No. No. Alright. Oof. Okay, slow and steady. You know what they say about slow and steady. Okay. Bruh. I need to figure this one out. Okay. Bro, that card there is gonna kill me. That card is gonna be the death of me. All right, slow and steady wins the race. I'm just happy if I get to learn how this game works even further. Bruh, I was so stupid. Why did I duck away from the duck? I could have ducked from the duck. All right, mother duckling. All right, time for you to cry. Cry for me. Cry. Cry for me. Cry for me. All right, we're gonna take this slow so we can get as much as we can get. It doesn't help me if... Okay, good. All right, we're past this part. Getting past this part too. Oh. Fine, we took 1 damage. It is what it is. I'm just happy if I can get through this part, you know? Remember dashing? I tried dashing. The problem isn't the dashing. The problem is it's not doing what I want it to do. Alright. I'm not going for a record. I'm just trying to record myself. Whew. Oh my god. That would have ended so poorly. Dashing, dashing. We all fall down. Alright. They're so unfair. They're too good at this. What do you mean, huh? Alright. Okay. No! Okay, okay, I see what you guys mean. I see what you guys mean.
It's on.
A few moments later.
What do you mean a few moments later? It's not gonna take forever. Okay. Whew. Oh. Oh. Okay, okay, we're learning.
You're up.
Oh my god, we'll see. Okay.
And begin.
All right. Okay. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Maybe I'm not getting. Maybe I am both getting it and not getting it. Like, you know, like one of those things. Oh, this is just so annoying. Okay. Ooh, we're down to 1 HP. Oh. All right, we're learning. We're learning. We're learning. We're learning. We're learning. Bruh.
Here goes.
All right. Time for you to die. I'm not a speedrunner. Bruh. We're doing better, you know, like. All right, time for you to die, Mr. Wall. The wall here is gonna die here. All right, all right, all right. Hmm. Oof. All right. We finally made it through this part. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Okay, okay. We're learning. Okay, we're almost at the end of this. This won't be another week of me trying to figure it out.
And begin.
All right. All right. Oof. All right. This is actually an easy one. All right, time for you to die. I did not mean to do that. I meant to do this. I meant to... I meant to do something else completely. All right. I'm beginning to believe that I understand how to do some things here that are relevant. Okay, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, now we're beginning to see why those things are annoying. Let's wait here till we see one. Okay. Bruh. Whatever. Whatever. He's not gonna let us through. So here you just... Okay. What do I do from here? I know that I die if I go down that.
Here goes.
That doesn't matter. None of it matters. Whew. That was gonna be bad. Okay. Whew. It's fine. This is the run. Oh, wait, no, I have an idea. We were so close to the end. We were so close to the end. This is not going to be like the other ones. Oh. That's fine. Taking one is fine. Alright. Hit that eye. 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 I don't like this run.
You're up.
Start crying for me. Never mind.
Here goes.
All right, fine. All right. I want to see that guy come in. Whew. Okay. What do you mean, uh-oh? What the? What do I do here? Bravo! Yeah, we got it. We got it. All right. You see, it didn't take 10 streams. It took only one. It took only one. Who cares? Did I get all the... I did. I got all the coins. I got all the coins. A brand new record. B minus. Yo, check us out. We're rich. We're rich. I'm richy rich. Let's go straight here. Straight to the shop. Welcome. Everybody said to get the lobber. There's a heart. How much is a lobber for? We can buy 2 stuff here. We can buy 2 stuff here. I'm rich. Do I buy some? Do I buy 2 or do I buy just the lobber? What do I do here? Yo, how you doing? Meneers, need help? I'm always down for help. I'm always down for help. I'm okay with backseating. I actually am. Also, if you look down in the description, you'll see that there is a bunch of commands that you can use. I literally just put them in yesterday. They're going to be good fun. Bravo! What did the tongue try to do at that level? I don't know. Okay, quick question. Yes. More than welcome to ask me anything. I'm almost an open book. Are you new to the game? This is literally my first run through. I've been in this for like, what, a few weeks now? Okay. Been on this for a few weeks is not a good description. It's more like I stream this for like an hour or 2 and I move on to a different game, and I do this maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So don't think for a second that like I've been playing this nonstop for a couple of weeks. I've been streaming it for a bit here and there. Never watched any Cuphead runs. I never played the game, so I have no clue what I'm doing. This is a new experience for me. Absolutely. All right. So what am I buying here? I assume you got spread and smoke bomb already. I'll show you what I got actually. You tell me. I did the bare minimum. So I have here pea shooter, spread, chaser, and roundabout. These are the ones I got. I got roundabout because it looked cool to me. And also it was there. My supers are the regular energy beam and the invincibility. Lobber then, okay. And these are the charms that I have. I have pea sugar and I have smoke bomb. Smoke bomb is just way too good. But I'm beginning to see why pea sugar is incredible too. Lobber it is. So I want to read everything before I buy the lobber because a heart gives you just an extra hit point. I don't know what that means, but I think it's really good. I think it means that you start with 4 hearts, but you get, but your hits are like less effective. I'm guessing that this is like going to be a trap for noobs. They'd be like, oh, another heart, but why would you need another heart if you're getting out of it faster? It sounds like a trap. It sounds like a trap for noobs, and only people who are actually good at the game would take this. Charge sounds to me, let's read this. Wait, that's an EX? Oh, it has an EX. Radical Barrage, hold attack increase. It's 5% less damage. 5% is a lot. 5% less damage is a lot. I'm guessing you would have to be really good at the game to position yourself in order to get that. The only reason I can see people who are like way better at the game would get this is literally to up their score. I think that this would up a lot of people's scores. Coffee. Autofill meter. Super meter continuously fills in addition to what you earn. What? Coffee seems busted to me. No, don't. No, I'm never going to use charge. Is this what I think it is? No. Obviously, I'm going to get lobber. I just like to read the other stuff. Okay. Crack shot. We'll take a look at it another times. And I'll show you the list of what I got. Obviously, I finished World 1, the Island 1. That's DLC. Oh. Okay. So World 1, we got the Baroness Von Bon Bon. We got Beppy the Clown, Jimmy. I'm going for the Grim Matchstick. And the last one. We did both of the runs, so I'm guessing we're going to be done by... hopefully in a while. Wait, not here. Oh yeah, we did this too. So I'm guessing we still have this guy. We need to collect from this guy and from the dragon. For green, blue... yes, okay, fine. What do I... wait, no. The lobber. What does the lobber even do? I want to... you know what? We'll find out. We'll find out. Alright.
This match will get red hot. You're up.
Alright, we're learning. Lobber's one of the best weapons in the game. I've been told that this is the best weapon in the game. I don't know. I haven't been told that. I'm lying. But I've been told this is a really good weapon, and I find this to be really good as well. Alright, retry. Both are top.
Now go.
What the... oh, you... I see why it's good, because it lets you attack from above. Speedrunners use spread and lobber for the entire run. I never watched a speedrun.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go.
Okay, I see why people like this. Okay, okay. We're getting past the first part. I know because I also speedrun the game. Never speedrun the game.
A great slam and then
Never ever speedrun the game.
go.
I see why Chaser is good. Bro. I've noticed that this is very much... It has a lot of similarities to Smash. I've noticed that this game has a lot of similarities to Smash, that it is very much oriented frame by frame. Because this game is entirely animated frame by frame. So the hitboxes would make sense that they're also oriented by frame. I get that I'm not going to win a couple of times until I get it. Okay. Hold up. I have an idea. Roundabout. You see, Chaser is good. Most call... Most call it bad, but in certain situations, the DPS is just much higher. No, Chaser is really good for, like, certain aspects. Also, for the super... This might be an energy beam super. I'm not sure. But... I think I want pea sugar. No, roundabout goes above him. I want to try it out. Maybe you're probably right.
You're up.
Oh. You see the vision, though. My tip for phase 2 is to use lobber and stay on the right and then turn around. So what should I use my B as? Definitely not spread. I can't get close to this. This is long range. And for long range, I don't like pea shooter that much. Because if I'm going to use something, I'm going to want the lobber. All right, I hear what you're saying. Oof. We're learning. All right. It's fine. It's fine.
We'll get red hot. And begin.
Oof. It's so annoying that if I touch him... Oh, they knew what I was planning on doing. It's fine. It's not the end of the world.
You're up.
Oh, I meant to jump there. It's fine. It's fine. We're learning.
A real high-class bout. You're up.
Enemy spotted.
What do you mean enemy spotted? Where's the enemy? Oh, it's this dragon. I gotta say, oh, phooey. Alright, I'll do what you say. Bruh. Here's the thing. I can give you all the tips in the world, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to be the one doing the dodging. I get it. I get it. I don't play this often. That's a thing. I play... No, that's not true. I do play it. I do play it sometimes. Oof. But I'm having fun with this. The truth is, I'm just here to have fun. Pea sugar is so good. Oh. He has a tail. He has a tail. Alright, fine. Also, there's a last resort. Wait, hold up. I'll read it in a second. Oof. What the flip? All right, there's a last resort tip I can give you, but if you're really having trouble, it's fine. You can give me that tip. I'll listen to it. But in the end of the day, I'm the one who has to learn how to do it. Like, tips don't matter if the person isn't doing a good job. You know what I mean? Like, you can give somebody all the tips you want, but if he's not doing a good job, then... Oof. There's no clouds! There's no clouds there. But it's fine, I'm not worried. Oof. All right. All right. Why is that dragon allowed to do whatever he wants? Oh, I see why you're saying that. Oh. Okay, we're doing better. I understand what you mean by that. The roundabout is useless. The chaser is slightly better. Not by much. Not by much. Ooh. He came out of nowhere. You gotta believe me. It's just, I gotta stop taking damage. I want to fill up my meter. I understand what you mean by... Anyways, here's how I would describe the life of a Cuphead player. Playthrough 1, painful learning curve. Playthrough 2, seeing the improvements. Playthrough 3, experimenting. I 100% can see that. But now that I know what the last 3 dragons look like, I know what to do.
A great slam and then some. And begin.
Alright. Alright, fine. No, that was terrible RNG. That was terrible RNG. Even I know that was RNG. Like, obviously, half the time it's skill and half the time it's RNG. You need the clouds to be placed perfectly. Pikmin! Bro. Nah, I'm not making it through this.
This match will get red hot. Here goes.
Alright. Bro, this dragon is just so strong. Did I take... No, I didn't. Okay. Bro. Alright. Oof. Also stay at the top of the clouds for phase 3. Got it.
A great slam and then some. You're up.
The problem is I can't shoot backwards. Oof. I'm not feeling that run. I'm not feeling that run. You know when sometimes you're just not feeling a run and you're like, whatever, I'll just start it over? Alright. Oof. That was RNG. Oof. Oof. Bad RNG. Bad RNG.
Now go.
Oof. Potentially. You should use the EX moves more. Yeah, it's a good point.
This match will get red.
You're making a good point. Ooh. It's fine. It's fine. No! I meant to use my EX. I meant to use my EX.
Now go.
It's fine. Okay. It's fine.
A brawl is surely brewing.
A brawl is Ooh. Ooh. The fact that they can aim towards me. Also, in my opinion, default Cuphead controls are whack. Oh, I'm not using the default Cuphead controls. Definitely not.
A great slam and then some.
I'm using A as my instant shooter. I don't think anybody uses default. Oof. Okay, that was good. That was good. They knew. I knew it. Oh. Bruh. I should have used my invincibility. You'd be surprised? You're right. I would be surprised.
A great slam and then some.
Hold up. I just want to show you my controls. Judge me by my controls. I just feel like jumping is better for me as an X because jumping is something I do often. I obviously want the A. For me, the A feels correct for as a shooter. The X is something I don't do often. I usually am, what's B again? I'm dashing and jumping more than I am EX shooting. You know? Xbox, yeah. Oof. Took a little damage there. Nah, I don't like this run. I don't like this run. Okay, I gotta reverse my mind a bit. I use Switch Pro controller. Okay. I thought that if I use my EX... I want to test something out. Okay. Okay. That was just a test. Because I thought in my mind, in the back of my mind, that if I use the EX, maybe I can stay in the air for a split second of an air, which would obviously give me that extra time to dodge, wait for a cloud to come, and then fall down. Alright. A brawl is surely brewing. Stay calm. Oh. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, but I could use this to be out of the screen. Hear me out. Right when I'm out of the screen, I can actually use this. Oh. Oh, never mind. All right. Making gamer moves. Oh, I thought he was gonna go to the left. Yeah, that was a good dodge. That was a good dodge.
Will get red hot. Here goes.
Whatever happens, happens. I can't control the clouds, which is really what's killing me. Oof. Nah. If you can't control the clouds, like, the clouds are too sporadic and random. Like, maybe the first one isn't, but... Oh. Oof. Oh, that... Oh, the placement of that tail. The placement of that tail really got me. It really got me.
Now go.
And now go. There wasn't a cloud there. There wasn't a cloud there. There wasn't a cloud there.
Now go.
Okay. You see what I'm doing with the EX? I'm using the EX to dodge. That was my idea just now. So I'm out of... I'm definitely not the person who made that up, but I'm definitely the person who discovered it all by his own without any help. Bruh. Bruh.
A brawl is surely brewing.
I'm making that up. Everybody probably figured that out on their own at some point. They can just use the EX to dodge because of the extra frame. Whew. Bruh. 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 Alright.
Match will get red hot. You're up.
Whew. This is the first time I've made it through here. Okay, okay, I see why you're telling me to stay high. Okay. Bruh. Bruh. This dragon is just so freaking strong. I think I want something else here. Maybe something other than invincibility. Maybe a smoke bomb. Maybe I should take the super art, maybe? The problem with the super art is I'm not invincible. I just stay in the air for a couple of seconds and I can't predict what the clouds are going to do to me. Am I making sense? Whatever. Good day for a swell battle. Pikmin. All right. Pikmin. Yes, sir. Oof. Why are they so strong? What? Want to know what I do in this fight normally when I'm casually playing? Sure, tell me. I'm listening. I'm listening. Okay. What do you usually do? Write it down, and by the time I die next time, I'll read it. Oof. Bruh. What the heck was that? That one was... I would turn off the smoke bomb and super and only use my EX moves and lobber. I don't have smoke bomb. I have oh, turn this off? But it's pea sugar. Pea sugar is not like smoke bomb. I can turn off my super? I can turn off my super. Oh my god, I thought I couldn't turn off my super. I was figuring this out. So you're telling me to turn off pea sugar as well? I think pea sugar, I think the automatic parry is fine. I think that's fine. But for me, it's useless? Okay.
A brawl is surely brewing.
Okay. I didn't even know. I tried to shut it off so many times. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I could have dodged that. Okay, it's not hard to learn to parry. Maybe for you. Maybe for you. Alright.
Now go.
Literally all my hours on this game have been streamed. Like I tried doing my own stream, my own playthrough without stream. Oof. But I didn't have the time, so I said, you know what, just enjoy it. Alright, I think I can get through this without taking any more damage. So if I can do this without taking any more damage, I'll be fine. Oof. Aw, man. Mosquito equals sings in the Tiki's funk badly. Me tries to shoot it. How you doing, Jalvin?
A great slam and then some.
Okay, we're getting high clouds. Whew. All right, he's gonna do it again. All right. All right. It's fine. We only took 1 damage here. It's fine. It's fine. Whew. Okay, we made it through more than 2 seconds of the last phase. Sunset. By the way, Jalvin, go check the description for fun. I added something fun for viewers in the description. In the description, I put all of the commands for yes, pikmin.
This match will get red hot. It's on.
For sound effects that you can add to the stream. And they are spammable. Oh, the commands are for Pikmin? No, there's only like 1.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go.
Oof. Pikmin. Yeah, it's so cool. I made it. I was looking for something that can make it all platforms. You can interact with it from all platforms. You see, this is why we take pea sugar. This is why we take pea sugar. Okay. Let's make it through this without taking any damage. Alright. Oof. Come on. Slap, 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 slap. Yeah. I also put, I think, a good enough description. Yes. Oh, by the way, I could have added the Foss sound effect, but I went against it. I said, you know what? The Foss sound effect will actually annoy me a lot. Oof. Oof. Yeah. One at a time. Thank you for the clip. I'll take a look at it. I saw that you clipped. I saw that you clipped. Ah. Come on. Let's get this. Let's get this party started. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Yo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You see, we're using our EX moves in order to oh, come on. I thought I did something with that. Who followed? Ah. Come on. I'll take a look at who followed afterwards. Pikmin. All right. Ooh. Okay. We're doing too good. We can't stop. Oh. America. Ooh. Oh. Oh, Mina. Thank you for the follow, Mina. I do appreciate it. Here's a real high-class battle. You're up. Pikmin. Oof.
Another one.
Another one. Another one. Another one. I hope to add like another 50 by the end of the month. I see where you're going. Oh. Okay, okay, we're learning. Okay, I'm beginning to see why this this is actually a little bit easier than I thought it would be. That showed out of nowhere. Another one. Another one.
A brawl is
All right.
quickly brewing. Now go.
The reason why this EX is so good... No, 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 no.
This match
These clouds. These clouds.
Another one.
Another one. And another one. Oof. Oof. Oof.
This match will get red hot. Here goes.
All right, we're getting our first one. Oh. Just kill me now. Kill me now.
A great slam and then some.
A great plan and then some. You're up. What's sus? What's sus?
Another one.
Another one. Oof. Bro, why does this dragon... Why is this dragon so freaking hard?
Here goes.
Oh.
Another one.
Oh. No. Not another one. Pikmin. Pikmin. At some point, I'll do a stream where I let you guys pick more. Oh, where I let you guys pick more
A great slam and then
sound effects.
here goes.
Because if I'm not, one of the things is I like not being. There it is. All right.
Another one.
Another one. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh. It's fine. Alright, let's focus and oof.
Another one.
Bruh. Alright.
A brawl is surely
A brawl is surely brewing. You're up. Alright. Bruh. Nah.
a great slam and then some.
A great plan and then some. And begin.
Another one.
Another one. Bruh. I was so unlucky with the placement of the clouds there. Not my fault. Oh. All right. I got to go to the bathroom for like a second. So, unfortunately, I'm going to run an ad for like a minute on Twitch, and you guys can entertain yourselves. All right. All right, we're back. And I apologize. If I didn't run the ad, then it would run it for me whenever it was inconvenient. These bosses become easy once you get the hang of it. I'm beginning to get the hang of it. Like, I don't think you understand just how bad I was before. I'm just glad I'm not in the airplane. All right. Whew. All right, if I focus now, I can make it through with all my hearts. all of my hearts. Oof. 2 of my hearts. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That boss becomes easy once you get the hang of it. Yeah. All right.
Here's a real high-class bout. You're up.
And this is the one. Oh, I didn't do the timing right. Nah, this is not it. This is not it. Good day for a swell battle. Now go. All right, we got lucky there because I would have lost a heart there for sure. Oh. Pikmin. All right. Oof. All right. All right.
Here goes.
Hold up. No, wait a second. I want to look at something. Okay. I think this is going to be it for the portion of Cuphead for today. I want to do a reaction to a video. There's a video I wanted to watch, and I told myself I could watch it alone, or I could watch it with you guys, and I'd rather watch it with you guys. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it on this. We're gonna keep it over here. If anybody is interested, if anybody wants to leave because we're not doing Cuphead anymore, that's absolutely fine, understandable. But regardless, just a second. And okay. So where's Brave? We are in Brave territory. I'll be right back. Yeah, no problem, no problem. It's gonna take me a minute anyways to get to there. Anyways, want to and here we go. This is going to be the video for today. I'm gonna put this right here, and we're going to add the image so that it's not just that. I'm going to also change stuff. Background green. Now Mr. Squiggles. Not looking for Mr. Squiggles. Black box now. Green image 17 now. Ah, there I am. All right. Move myself up here, which is fine. You guys are going to be up there. I'm going to make this actually a little bit smaller so that it's not just everything. Hold up. This is a video, of course. We're going to link it. We're going to change everything here. I'm going to change this right now to just chatting. Just chatting on Twitch because I'm kind of done. I want to do this for like an hour, and then we're going to do Town of Salem after this. And here it's going to be just chatting. Okay, save. And we're going to come here. We're going to Oh, can we edit this midstream? We can. I'm going to keep it this anyways. That's fine. That's absolutely fine with me. All right. So let me just check one thing. We're going to do this. And when everybody's ready, we're going to start. Just going to drink something in the meantime. It's a little bit of seltzer. Right. So we're going to put this into all. And that's the link to the video. You should all, like, before we start, you should all, like, just go watch it alongside and give them a like and maybe even a subscribe. It's Lindsay Nicole. This is going to be a short video, just 30 minutes. We're going to be done with this within the hour. I just thought it would be interesting and I wanted to watch it with you guys. All right, so let's begin.
There's no echo, really. Rats! When you think of rats.
Okay. Let's turn CCs off. Dismiss. You know what? Let's leave this on. Pikmin. All right. 3, 2, 1. This is a history of rats by Nicole Lindsay, I think, or something like that.
Rats.
Rats.
There's no echo, really. Rats. When you think of rats, you think of them as all over the place.
Actually, no, I really don't. Ever since we started to import cats to every single corner of the globe, you don't see rats and mice and rodents pretty much everywhere like you used to. Will it ever react to indie shows like something made by Glitch or even horror stories? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're in the Discord, and I think you are, just send me a link. Although, I specifically stopped watching interesting videos on my off time because I think it's a lot more fun to watch it with you guys.
All the time. Omnipresent in the cracks and crevices of our society. You don't think...
All right. Cracks and crevices of our societies. Not necessarily. I think they're more like in nature and trees. I don't think of them like in houses anymore. We put too much emphasis and too much power in, like, too much money into making sure that that doesn't happen, you know?
Think of them as originating from somewhere, once not existing in what is now...
I'll be right back. Again, despite ranks being almost 2 hours, I need to grab some water. Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead. All right. Let's make sure that, you know, I can go right here. That's fine.
New York City. But like everything on this planet, rats, too, have an origin.
Yeah, evolution.
We have a complicated relationship with rats. We think of them as pests, as vermin. They're considered one of the most hated animals on the planet. But it took...
That's not true. They're just depicted as a misunderstood because of the Black Plague. Everybody thought that during the Black Plague there was a rats that was causing the plague and spreading the plague when it was literally just the lack of soap.
A lot for them to get there, and that title arguably makes them one of the greatest success stories in the history of life on this planet that we know of. So today I'm going to introduce you to this success story. I'll tell you about their evolutionary journey, some freak rats alive today, Jack Black, a man who...
Jack Black related to rats. Isn't that the guy who plays Kung Fu Panda, Jumanji, and all that? He's related to rats?
Played a huge role in the future of rats and
Rats.
more. So without further ado, my name is Lindsay Nicole, and this is the history of rats that we know of. A long time coming. Rats. Let's get the general information.
There's also a very famous song. A lot of the Twitch streamers like to refer to their viewers as rats because they're like in the slums, I think, and everybody was like, rats, we are the rats. I remember this.
Out of the way. Rats belong to order Rodentia. They are rodents. Not
right.
Surprising at all. I'm sure you probably knew that. They are the classic, typical rodent. Actually,
correct.
I'm curious. When you think rodent, what do you think of? I
think of squirrels.
Like my brain, which I have had since I was a child. Like, you know how you have some things left over in your brain from when you were a kid?
No. Everything from when I was a kid is basically erased. I'm kidding, but like I don't think about stuff from my childhood. I really don't.
Like, the image you thought of when you learned about something as a kid is still the same image.
She's got to be young. She's got to be like in her early 20s, like 22. If she's saying, oh, I have this image from the earliest memories I can think of that I do remember stuff from when I was like 2 or 3 years old. I do. But when I think of stuff like that, I don't think of necessarily anywhere from when I was a child, like 3 years old until I was 12. Like from like 12, 13 onwards is more of where my mind goes to grasp at memories when I'm thinking about my past. Like the earliest that I actually think of, not remember. There's a difference between remember, in my opinion, and think of. Remember, you can remember all the way to when you were 2 years old. I remember my mother give me carrot cookies that were full of vitamins when I was like 2 years old. Give me a break. I'm talking about all the way to like 12, 13 when I started what's it called? Middle school. Middle school is when you really remember. Elementary is like, it existed. You barely remember. I barely remember the friends that I really had from that era. I remember like the best friends, and that's pretty much it.
You think of now when you think about that thing. Like when I think giraffe, I think of an image of a giraffe I probably saw when I was learning what a giraffe was. So
yeah, that does make sense. But when I think of a giraffe, I just think of like all the knowledge of 3 a.m. videos of the animal kingdom that I can remember. Also, that one character from One Piece.
So when I think rodent, I think rabbit.
I said squirrel.
But rabbits aren't rodents.
Right. They're not. They belong to a different family.
Yeah,
but they do have something in common with rodents, and that's the teeth.
Found that out later in life. So, I feel like you might think of rabbit when you think of rodent. But no, rabbits are a sister group to rodents, the lagomorphs. So, definitely rodent adjacent, but nevertheless.
Yeah, correct.
Rodent. But
not rodent, no.
Lots of things are rodents. There's over 2,600 species alive today, and they are fucking all over the place.
I guess, but they're not really as all over the place as it used to be because we pretty much bred every single predator to them to be our companions. Thousands of different breeds of dogs, thousands of different breeds of cats.
On every single continent, almost. Antarctica is questionable, but everywhere else, yes. Rats are nearing Antarctica, and it is something globally we are trying.
What do you mean rats are nearing Antarctica? That's actually kind of scary because that means that they can survive in cold areas.
To put a stop to. Maybe I'll talk about that later, but maybe we'll save it for a different day. Anyway, rodents live in all different kinds of habitats. Some gliding through trees, others dragging
sugar gliders.
Pizza through a New York City subway. And I would argue that despite their species diversity, rodents in general get a pretty bad rap because of...
Not anymore. Everybody's been... everybody since the 1960s has been so vocal about how rats are misrepresented. And it's true. It's true. But I wouldn't say that they get a bad rep. The bad rep is more about how people act like rats. And we call them rats. And we're not necessarily talking about rats. We're just talking about people who act like rats because we have a certain image of how people act.
You guessed it, the rat, our creature in question today. They're all over the place. They get in cracks and crevices you don't want them to be in. Kind of like the roaches of the mammal world.
No. Roaches die really fast. Rats can live up to 2 years, easily.
Actually, they are exactly the roaches of the mammal world.
Rats.
They can also carry diseases. They're vermin, which is like the worst thing you can be.
Vermin is not the worst thing that you can be. I can think of way worse. Amphibians are way... I'd rather be around vermin than amphibians. Amphibians are basically the manifestation of germs themselves. Vermin just carry them.
Have someone call you. I found this article called Notes on Vermin. First sentence is vermin, rats, cockroaches, pigeons, mosquitoes, and other...
Pigeons are not vermin.
Other pests are, to most people...
Pigeons just carry a lot of diseases because they go everywhere. We can say that about any bird in existence. But they're also... their evolution has been brought up so that they actually can survive these germs. We're not.
Objects of disgust. Objects of disgust. That is very powerful language, and the rats were listed first. So people really don't like rats. And
that's not true. I know a lot of people who love rats.
so a lot of people just don't like rodents. But
I just watched the other day a video on TikTok of this homeless guy who was training all of these rats around him.
Rodents come in a variety of builds. Sure,
Correct.
bunnies aren't rodents, but did you know beavers are rodents?
Yeah.
Some of the largest rodents, matter of fact. Up there with capybaras. Yes,
Capybara!
another rodent. Porcupines are rodents.
Yep.
Flying squirrels are rodents. Lots
There's no such thing as a flying squirrel. Those called... Oh, no, there are, but those are sugar gliders.
of diversity in the rodents. Rodents look like a lot of things, and a lot of things look like rodents. So we're gonna play a game.
All right, let's play a game.
Welcome back to
Pikmin.
Is that an actual rat?
We have
Is that an actual rat? Yes, that's a sugar glider.
the sugar glider. No, that is not a rodent.
Oh, right?
Raccoon.
What's that?
Raccoon is not.
You won't fight me, you dirty little
No, not a rodent.
No.
Hmm? Yes, that is a rat.
Yeah.
A rodent.
Ooh, we're getting a phone call. Hamster.
Yes, hamsters are rodents.
The famster is a rodent. The famster is a rodent. Peeparoo, peeparoo.
Hmm?
No.
Mongooses are not rodents.
Mongooses are not rodents, and but they are enemies to the snakes.
Or mongoose. Mongoose are not rodents.
That is such a weird one. I'm gonna say no.
Yes.
It is a
Gerboas
rodent?
are rodents.
Jurubus. No. Those are not.
Thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
No.
No, that is a meerkat, which is not a rodent.
Meerkats are not. No, that's from the weasel family.
Wow! Beautiful!
No, ferrets are not rodents.
Ferrets are from the weasel family. Thank
As you
you.
can see, lots of things look like they would be rodents, but
Oh my god.
are not rodents. But enough of that for now. To understand where rats came from, we
Rats.
first have to understand where rodents came from. And this is where shit gets muddy. Because the thing about the rodent form,
No, they basically evolved from different forms of the corners of the world, and they basically discovered that they can mate, and they mated, and they basically created their own subspecies. Yeah.
is it's kind of the classic original mammalian form. Mammals have existed for nearly 200 million years.
That's it? I thought it would be like at least 5 billion.
And those earliest species that we know of, like Hadrocodium, just looked like a fucking rat. Jeremiah, 160 million years ago. Another one. These were
Rats.
looking creatures, but not even true rodents yet. Generally, mammals stayed looking this way for the next 100 million years.
What were we doing for 100 million years? Were we just mucking around? Were we just like chilling on this planet and like, oh, these are the best times and let's just chill and eat whatever fruit is evolutioned right now?
You know why?
Why?
Yeah, dinosaurs were stepping on their evolutionary neck.
I forgot about those birds. Dinosaurs were there, yeah.
Nowhere to go, no one to be. The dinosaurs were too fucking intense for the mammals to make any big moves evolutionarily. In order to survive, they had to stay really small, live on.
That was an evolutionary trait that they probably had to adopt to. Being too big, it can get you into trouble. Like, I have a friend who is, he's 6'8". That's, what is 6'8"? I'll tell you in a second what 6'8" is in meters. I think it's like 212, 210, something like that. He's huge. 6'8" in meters. That's 203. I have a friend who's 2 meters and 2.03 or 2.3, something like that. He's tall. He's Pikmin. And he told me that if you're not playing basketball, being tall is the worst thing in the world. He told me that he'd rather be like just 6 feet and not 6'8". He said that most places don't carry the clothing that he needs. His feet are too big, so that he always has to buy. He either has to pray that they have the shoes that he likes. He said being big, the world isn't built for big people. He said it's built to what's the word? It's built to complement big people, but it's not built to accommodate for them.
Underground, up in the trees, just out of the fucking way. True rodents didn't show up until sometime between like 60 and 70 million years ago. And you might be
that's
thinking, it's kind of a wide range over a pretty significant time in Earth's history. The event in question, the non-avian dinosaurs getting deleted.
They got deleted from the cold. A lot of people like to say, oh, they got deleted from the from the big meteors. It's the same type of logic that people use with Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark wasn't like worldwide according to the Bible. It was just like most of the world, which is why when Noah got off the ark with his kids and their kids, like they procreated with whoever was still around. It wasn't like worldwide. I'm not using the Bible as a point to paint a picture. I'm just saying that a lot of times historical events were exaggerated to the point, lack of food mostly. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
What was I saying? No. I was saying something. I was saying that historical events are exaggerated by people just so that they can sell you something. If it's religion or if it's a different type of religion, there's always a different type of religion that somebody's trying to sell to you, whether the religion is towards the gods, towards the history, or towards their own ego. Everybody is religious.
Significant time in Earth's history. The event in question, the non-avian dinosaurs getting deleted. I was thinking the same thing while researching too. Like after the extinction, mammals just went berserk diversificationally, because they were able to survive underground, eating seeds and shit.
Well, seeds, they were able to eat termites. There was so much going on for them.
Imperialist forces got starved and left a ton of empty niches for the mammals to fill. So we see a lot of new mammal lineages develop after that extinction layer in the fossil record, the KPG boundary. So it potentially matters a lot if rodents showed up before or after, you know? But then
I see where she's coming from, but I don't necessarily agree that it matters that much because evolution is not something that just happens overnight. Like they could have evolved into that like within those 10 million years. 10 million years is a long time.
I was like, actually, it fucking doesn't. Because rodents as a vibe, as an ambiance, have been existing the whole time. Mammals have been spiritually rodents since the beginning of mammals. The only
Okay. Nice editing there. Nice editing.
big difference between the spiritual rodents and the actual true rodents is in, you guessed it, the teeth. Two pairs of
Yeah, I was talking about the teeth. This is why a lot of people think that rabbits are rodents. Not because of what they do or who they look like, but it's because their teeth are always growing. There's this video where you see this woman coming up to her bunny, and she says she has to clip the bunny's teeth because the bunny is spoiled, right? And she says, I have to clip the teeth, otherwise they're just going to grow forever and they won't be able to do anything. It's very similar to antlers. How antlers shed every single season and it takes them an entire year to regrow. Very similar.
continuously growing incisors. They also
Yep.
generally have no canines, 1 to 2 premolars, and numerous molars, up to 12 molars.
Well, they also have something going with their tongue, I think. I think their tongue has, like, also little nubbins on them so that they can lick off whatever they need to lick off or catch whatever they need to catch with their tongue. It's very useful evolutionary-wise, I think. I could be wrong.
After the extinction of the non-avian dinosaurs, rodents took the fuck off. They quickly became one of the most successful mammalian groups, occupying almost all continents and diversifying to shit. Their method? Quantity over quality. Most are small, reproduce to fuck. Reproduce to shit, and have a lot of offspring at once. Something called R-selected in biology, as opposed to K-selected.
I don't know what that means. R-selected, K-selected. But I want to read what was edited inside. R-selected, cognitive complexity, simple. K-selected is complex. Hierarchical, whatever. No, yes. Oh, so hierarchical, it basically means that the female of the group were basically picking and choosing whatever traits of the male they desired, and the ones that weren't desired just died off. Sexuality, promiscuous, monogamous. Yeah. We are definitely on the monogamous side. Promiscuous definitely helps a lot for a species. Like, there's no doubt about it. Promiscuous helps a lot for a species to stay relevant. Sexuality, maturity, early in life, later in life. Yeah, so we're definitely K-selected. Okay, We're learning stuff about the R and K selected. Number of offsprings high and low. Yeah, but the lower number is also a lot stronger. High does not necessarily mean also good. Investment in offspring, low, high, correct. Territorial, no, yes. Rodents are somewhat territorial, actually. You'll definitely see rodents be territorial.
Which is the opposite. Big, reproduce not as much, and have less offspring at once, such as an elephant.
Correct.
When I was in college, I used R selected, I thought of rat. R selected is rats. K selected, I must have thought of something. What starts with K?
You.
What's an animal that starts with K that's K selected? Why can't I think of a single animal that starts with K? Do I really have to look this up? I'm a zoologist and I'm looking
You're a zoologist? Oh, we're going to watch so much of their content then.
up animals that start with K. Kangaroos. Yeah, I would say kangaroos are pretty K selected. No need to be disappointed in me because I'm disappointed enough for the both of us. Anyway, let me introduce you to a few of the strangest specimens that arose from the rodent lineage.
Sure.
Throughout time. Starting off with, boom, a big ass
All right. Capybara.
rat called Faberomys pattersoni. Not an actual rat, sorry. I tend to have a tendency to use rat when it is not a rat. They're distantly related to like guinea pigs.
Well, they have very similar face shapes. They're just really, really bigger than guinea pigs. Guinea pigs are actually kind of tiny.
Capybaras, that kind of thing. They were alive about 8 million years ago in what is now Venezuela. They got to
Venezuela. Nothing to say about Venezuela right now.
1,600
Whoa, those are huge. How did the dinosaurs not just pick them off?
pounds. You know what else gets to like 1,600 pounds?
An elephant.
Polar bear.
That edit was kind of good.
Or bison. This was a bison-sized, polar bear-sized.
Oh, if we lived in the same era, we would have been hunting them down. We would have been breeding them in farms. We would have been creating capybara milk off of those stuff.
Rat that drank blood. Just kidding. They didn't drink blood that we know of. They probably ate grasses along riverbanks.
You would have to actually see their bone structure to see if there was pikmin. We're talking about rats. So in my opinion, about she's bringing up this creature that supposedly is prehistoric, and what's interesting about it is she's saying she doesn't know what they ate. So logic would dictate you take a look at how their A, the density of their bones, B, the location of their bones to see if they had room for like an extra large stomach, because normally anything that would eat grass would have like a larger stomach because it would need it in order to extract whatever nutrients it can from it.
Lagoons, wetlands, etc. Based on Faberomys fossils that were found near the remains of crocodiles.
Like, something that a lot of people need to understand is that you need larger stomachs for absorbing nutrients from larger amounts of foods, and smaller stomachs for eating. Carnivores basically have tiny stomachs. That's the truth. You're never going to see something that isn't carnivorous. And if you want to bring a rabbit as an example, rabbits can be carnivorous. A lot of people need to remember that. Rabbits, something that a lot of people know, but like they don't want to say out loud about rabbits, is sometimes rabbits will eat their dead offsprings in order to hide the scent of death from predators. It's a real thing.
Freshwater turtles and fish at the same time. Those fossils,
What are you
found
saying?
in 2003, suggest they could sit on their hind legs like many rodents we know and love today. A
Okay,
lovely
sure. Sitting on your hind legs is nothing special. It really isn't. Dogs do it. Cats do it. Horse do it. Horse do it as well. Pikmin.
thoughts, if you ask me. I fuck with Faberomys a lot. I wish they were still alive today. Next, Ceratogalis.
What is a Ceratogalis? That looks cool. It has 2 horns on the front. I like it.
I think I talked about them in the History of Life series. They're metal as fuck, as they were horned. The smallest horned rodent that we know of.
But what would it need horns for? Like, I can see it using its horns as a way to dig.
Actually, I think the only horned rodent ever that we know of. So the smallest that we know of, and also the only that we know of.
That's cool. That's really, really, really cool.
horned rodent, alive
Horned
about 6 million
rodent.
years ago in what is now the Great Plains of the United States. And as anyone would expect, it seems as though these horns had a use. Paired nasal horns, as you can see. All Ceratigalus species have these. Originally, it was thought that these horns were used for either head digging or sexual combat.
Yeah, I just said head digging. I literally said head digging. Combat, sure.
Both intense options, I know. Let's start with head digging.
Head digging makes sense to me because rodents just dig down for 3 things: food, shelter, and shelter from temperatures. Like there's shelter for an environmental shelter, and then there is from wildlife and stuff like that. I'll send you some cool dino related vids lectures, but I'm not sure if you'd be interested. Why not? Why not? Send them. We can do that like for another stream, 100%. I love watching nature videos. That's like my thing. I love them.
Many rodents are fossorial, i.e. live in the ground, among fossils.
Sure.
It just means they live in the ground. Think groundhogs. Think tons of shit. Moles. Wait, moles aren't rodents either.
No, moles are mammals.
You know what are and live in the ground? Naked mole rats.
My brain did leave me for a second there. I meant interested. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Pikmin. Yeah, I know what you meant.
Anyway, there's generally 3 different ways rodents dig.
Okay.
Scratch digging.
There's scratch. They use their noses sometimes, and sometimes they'll use their tails, right?
Via claws. Chisel tooth digging via
Yeah.
upper and lower incisors. Heinous. Or head lift digging via their head,
Yeah, with their noses.
in which the nose is used like a spade to
Yeah.
dig shit up with an upwards motion of the head. It
That's why a lot of
seems as though
That's why a lot of rats have their noses shaped the way that they're shaped, because they can use them as spades.
Ceratigalus evolved from head lift diggers, but looking at the functional morphology of the bones, anatomy, phylogeny, geologic context,
I don't know what any of those words mean. I'm sorry, I'm not that smart. I mean, I know what the basic ones. Anatomy, I know. I don't know what phylogeny means. I don't.
etc., actually indicates Ceratigalus.
Actually indicates Ceratigalus, so that's the name of this thing. But it looks like it almost has like longer limbs, like humans. I'm not saying it has human limbs, but like look at the arms there. They look long enough to actually be like not good at running. Because what makes things like dogs and cats and horses really good is the fact that they're long and straight. They bend forwards and not sideways.
With their very potentially useful digging tools,
Sure.
instead use them as a weapon of defense. And the final strange specimen on the rodent list, another big one, Postifo artigacia.
That just looks like a horse. That just looks like a horse with a slightly capybara face head. That just looks like a horse. Are you telling me the horses are actually related to rodents? I wouldn't be surprised.
Quite the name for quite the large fella. The largest rodent that we
So almost our size.
know of. They got to nearly 10 feet long and
Sure.
2,200 pounds.
That's a ton.
And were alive in what is now Uruguay about 3 million years ago. They
Would not go to Uruguay. Would not go there. New World can go suck it.
had some pretty gnarly rodent teeth. A bite force like a tiger, like huge.
Tigers weigh like only 100 kilos. Like 220, 30 pounds.
But use their teeth
So this would be like 1,000 times bigger.
like a tiger.
wait.
They did not. They were likely digging shit up. Heinous. And while all of these freaks of nature were going about their business, a lineage of rodents was evolving that would eventually take over the world.
Well, it would have to be a lot smaller because growing bigger as a rodent and all you have going for you are your incisors, you're gonna get killed really fast. Incisors are not that good. Like, they're good, but they're not that good for defense or offense. They're good for collecting resources, and yeah, that's about it.
The rats in genus Rattus. Based
Rattus.
on genetic data, the rats split evolutionarily from what would eventually be the mouse lineage sometime like 10 to 11 million years ago. The rat story starts here, somewhere in Southeast Asia. Now,
Ooh.
because of their tiny size and fragile bones, as you would probably expect, the rat record is muddy as fuck. Also telling the difference between
What does that mean? The rat record. Pikmin. What does that mean that it was muddy as... What? Is it because of the bone density?
black and brown rats can be tough looking at them today. That alone, because their color variants get all mixed up and shit. And it's even tougher just looking at the bones. But generally,
Yeah, I was talking about the bones.
black rats are more slender, larger eyes and ears, and a longer tail. It's thought that black rats originated somewhere in South and Southeast Asia, and brown rats somewhere in China. The oldest consensus brown rat fossil is from southern China, dated to like 2 million years old. But can we confirm that's exactly where they originated? The rat record is far too scarce to confirm that.
Yeah, with the numbers that you brought up before, 60 to 70 million years, 2 million years would be a drop in the bucket in that.
But scientists have been able to use another tool to get a better picture.
Ooh.
Can you guess what the tool
Genes?
is? I bet
Genes.
you can.
Genes.
Yeah, genetic shit. Check out this figure from a paper titled The Evolutionary
I'm not going to read that. Nobody's going to read that. Your job is to read that and tell me what's written in that.
History of Wild and Domestic Brown Rats.
Not reading that.
Norvegicus. It was published in 2024, and you
2024 was way too, was like 2 minutes ago.
can bet your ass it was extremely helpful for me to develop this video. Anyway,
Good. Tell us what's in it.
this figure, figure 4, is essentially showing levels of genetic diversity. Greater genetic diversity centered around a certain region suggests the animal is originally from that area. So, seems to confirm what scientists
Yeah, it's the same type of logic that we use to dictate where certain genetics are from. So if you, for example, you send your DNA into like 23andMe or something like that, they're going to tell you, okay, so your ancestry shows 15% Slavic, 15% European, whatever. They use the same type of logic. Okay, so that it's not necessarily a good. It's basically guesswork. It's a little bit more targeted guesswork.
were thinking. The paper did mention that this is based on whole genome sequences
Guesswork. Like I said, it's based off of you accepting something that you can't prove as being the nucleus of your argument.
available from wild brown rats, and some places are better represented than others. So maybe things will change with more available in the future.
Yeah, like I said, it's basically off of guesswork that you're saying, okay, we know that this color is a color, but we don't know which color it's related to. So we're going to guess that it's related to, let's say, blue, pink, and brown. We don't know, but we're just guessing. That's what makes sense to us. And it might be true, but they don't have any proof of that, at least not yet.
But for now, it's looking like brown rats are originally from what is now China. Pretty weird to
It's not a bad guess. It's not a bad guess.
think about, if you ask me. Because
But actually, it is a terrible guess the more I think about it, because China didn't become the more I think about it, I wouldn't call China as a good example, because China didn't become China until like 1,500 years ago. Like, and the republic that it is today, the Republic of China that it is today is only like 75 years old. So I wouldn't necessarily call it like, because you had all the tribes in the area until somebody basically, they say unified, but the truth is it was more of a takeover. This isn't a dig at China. I'm just saying it as it is. I'm not a pro or against it. I'm just stating the facts. So it was a bunch of tribes until it was unified. So saying that it's from China doesn't really give us anything. It's like saying from Asia.
the thing I said a couple times already, it just feels like rats have always existed everywhere, you know? But
No.
also looking at genetic data and the shitty fossil record, it seems like from there, rats quickly spread throughout Asia and then into Australia and Melanesia. Also worth mentioning that I kind of already did, but I'll directly say it now. Their scientific name is
Rattus norvegicus.
Rattus norvegicus,
That's a cool name. Rattus.
i.e. the Norway rat. That is what it translates to, suggesting they are from Norway.
That is not a good suggestion. A lot of people would say it's a good suggestion. I don't necessarily agree with that.
That was obviously not the case. But at
Rats.
the time they were given the scientific name, and the whole modern scientific method came from Europe, the rumor was that these bitch ass
Pikmin.
Rats were from Norway for some reason. So that led them to be named Norway rat scientifically. The black rat is Rattus rattus,
It's a rat.
i.e. rat. Those are the two most common
What I'm getting from this entire video is that this entire video is just one rat race of information for the rats.
rats, but there's over 60 species in the Rattus genus. But those are the two most common. Also, another thing I forgot to mention, rats and rodents in general, I guess, are also a little fucked in the fossil record because they can be fossorial. They dig. And if they die there and become preserves there, might look like they came from the lair they dug into.
Yeah, that is true. Rat. So, like I said, it isn't. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Johnny Andy official.
You know, maybe one decided to burrow a little deeper than usual just to get a little bit warmer. Little did they know, they would bamboozle a scientist millions of years into the future.
You should add a rat sound effect. Maybe I will. Who knows? I need to find it first. Like, if I find it, I'll add it.
Or just thousands into the future.
I'm actually more inclined to add a hamster sound effect than a rat sound effect, but I hear what you're saying.
Aware of that, do you think they would be embarrassed or not give a fuck? Guess it would depend on the rat. But let's get back on track. Asia.
Like I said, saying China is cool, but it's not necessarily indicative of anything.
2 million years ago. Also worth mentioning, it seems like the brown rat split from the black rats genetically.
Okay. Not gonna make the joke out loud.
2 to 3 million years ago. And possibly, before getting involved with humans, used to be burrowers near grassland watercourses. That's the idea of what their vibe was pre-human coexistence. Again, hard to say for sure, because shit fossil record. And also most...
Because, like she said before, once the rat dug a burrow and it died there, there's no way of knowing its true origins.
So the physical record we have of them is in association with humans. They latched on quick. And I'm sure it's pretty obvious why. Yes! The agricultural revolution, and probably a little bit before that. As humans started settling down, like actually staying in one place, growing crops, building villages, that shift in human behavior.
Yeah, that would also mean that a lot of rats stopped needing to fight over resources, and they between each other, and they would only be fighting for resources against humans. And it's a completely different ballpark if you're fighting against the famster hamster. Yes, the famster hamster. So like I was saying before, it's a completely different ballpark if you're fighting against humans and others of your own species. Because others from your own species, you just share the loot. You grab a grain from the field, a bunch of grains, you put it in the burrow, and you take from the burrow what you need because you're no longer searching for resources. You no longer have to eat whatever bug crawls into your burrow as your last resort. You can just go grab whatever grain that they're growing, if it's rice or if it's wheat. You just grab a bunch of it, put it in your burrow, and you're done. And then you make the famster bread from that grain. You're not wrong.
Created something that nearby wild rats had never experienced before. An all-you-can-eat buffet of food scraps. A man's trash.
Like I was saying, exactly what I was saying.
Is a rat's treasure, or whatever the saying is. But their complete reliance.
Oh no! They no longer have to do that. They don't have to go for the trash. Famster is always right. The famster, okay, not famster. The rat does not need to fight anymore with other rats or other of its own species, or even go for trash. I can go straight to the field. It's not. The truth is, it's not until the 1980s that they had to go back to eating scraps from the trash, because in the 1980s there was a whole thing where there was this American company that figured out how to create grains with genes that rodents, vermin, etc. don't want and we want. Like, that's a real thing. So it's only been like 40 years.
On humans didn't happen overnight. That's kind of what it's at today. Complete reliance. The occasional dip into the human settlement was just the gateway drug at first. It's no big deal. It's just easy. It's delicious. But then, before you know it, boom, anthro-dependent. Yeah.
They don't need to be hunters anymore. They're barely even gatherers. They just open the fridge, see what's in there, and take it.
Eventually, they were almost completely dependent on human infrastructure. They became addicted. Simple as that. In China, the oldest evidence of permanent settlements are like 11,000 years old.
Permanent residents, 11,000 years old. That's way before they even figured out they were tribes or even figured out that they belonged to anything. Like, a lot of people give too much credit to every single country and continent. Like, yes, people settled, but it doesn't mean that there weren't wars. Doesn't mean that there weren't takeovers, replacements. That all exist. Sadly, Famster would still need to fight with townies and coven members. Well, unless they have a good claim.
So our relationship with rats is probably around that old. I don't see why they would have held out for any reason. This
True.
had a ripple effect on some other species too, such as, yeah, cats.
Yep. We brought in the cats to get rid of the rats. That is, yeah, it's become a problem worldwide. Cats are now just as bad as the rats used to be.
Rats brought the cats. We talked about that in my History of Cats series, so I'm not really going to get into it here, but
We might watch that too.
just know we can thank the rats for bringing cats into our home today.
Rats
so
and
rats
cats.
are now completely embedded in human life in Asia. We figured out the cheat
Pikmin!
code. And humans, totally oblivious, are about to do rats the biggest favor in the history of the species.
Ooh,
that
let's
we know
hear
of.
it.
They're going to
Let's hear
start
it.
moving around the world, and they're going to bring the rats with them. Unfortunately, though, along with the physical rat
Yeah, you bring the rats, you also bring the cats, and you bring the cats, you bring the dogs. It's like an entire cycle, because the rats are the problem, and then the cats take care of two different types of problems. They take care of the rodents and they take care of the snakes. And then when cats become a problem, you bring in dogs. Dogs don't necessarily hunt cats, but they scare them. Cats, they're the reason why people say scaredy cat, because cats jump at the smallest thing. Cats and rabbits, both super jumpy. Dogs, not jumpy at all. Dogs know that they are the hunters in the area when they need to be. So, as cool as you want to say cats are just as intelligent or just as good as dogs are, maybe when you're treating them as pets, they are. But when you're treating them as pests, you want a dog. When you're treating them as pets, okay, pests and pets are two different things.
record, the written rat record. Ooh, say that 10 times fast. Can't even say it once.
Written rat records, 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 written rat records. I got it.
Once. Written rat record. Written rat record. Sounds like chicken scratch. Written rat record. The written rat
Maybe for you.
record during this time is pretty shit as well. Unfortunately,
What are
no
you
one
saying?
3,000 years ago was writing boarded ship today, along with 40 rats.
Didn't they sing songs about it? I could be wrong, but like people were singing song. Well, maybe they didn't have the correct type of ships back then. Who knows?
So most of what we know about how rats spread globally comes from, yes, genetics once again. Scientists can look at rat DNA and essentially reverse engineer their travel history, which is pretty sick when you think about it. The black rat and the brown rat had
Hold up. Wait a minute. Every once in a while, I just want to remind whoever's watching, this is the link to, this is going to be the link to the video. Go check it out.
two very different world tours based on the
Sure.
genes. The black rat went out first, spread out of South Asia, was already making moves into the Middle East sometime
Everybody's making moves in the Middle East. Even the rats. Even the rats.
3,000 years ago. So the first millennium BCE came into Europe with Roman
I don't remember what BCE stands for. Is that like before Christ era? I think it is.
expansion around the 1st or 2nd century CE, basically
C would be Christ era. Okay.
riding the grain trade. Mediterranean shipping was black rat Uber. And then, as we all know, the Roman Empire eventually collapsed.
Yeah. The Roman Empire collapsed, but what does it have to do with rats? I want to hear her logic because I don't like it.
And the black rats with it. Isn't that nuts? They were so tied, so addicted to Roman infrastructure and trade that when Rome fell, the black rats were donezo. Until hundreds of years later,
So what she's saying is that Romans were keeping the rats alive by importing them all the time via ships into the Middle East? And that's seriously what she's saying? I could get it wrong.
A genetically distinct population of black rats reemerged in Europe during the medieval period, like the 10th to 14th centuries, as long-distance trade networks rebuilt themselves. So, 2 separate black rat invasions, confirmed via DNA. Meanwhile, the brown rat was taking its time, getting warmed up. The genes suggest it started moving out of northern China into Central Asia and the Middle East thousands of years ago, but stayed put for a bit. Based on the genes, it arrived in Europe somewhere around 1500 to 1800 years ago. But historical records don't really show it until like the 15 and 1600s. Probably because those early brown rat populations were just roots waiting to sprout.
What she's saying here is, without the infrastructure, all of the rats basically were doomed. But if they tiptoed themselves into the infrastructure via evolution, if they kept all the necessary traits that's needed for evolution, then they were doing pretty well to survive. Am I getting that right?
People just didn't notice them enough to write about them yet. A big turning point, you probably see this coming, is colonialism. European powers started aggressively expanding their empires via ship, and rats went along for the ride.
Yeah, that's literally what the Romans did.
Nobody wanted the rats there, but they insisted. Nobody wanted the Europeans there either. So, 2 sides of the same coin.
Sure. You can say that. But that's exactly what conquering looked like. Everybody conquered new areas. You either settled or conquered, and sometimes when you settled, you were conquering too. Like, it is what it is.
Colonial shipping routes essentially became rat dispersal highways across the entire globe. Figuring out a lot of these dates is actually based on shipwrecks with known dates that have rat remains, which is pretty cool. Because a lot of the dates and migration stories from
cool story. Where's the evidence?
articles at the time are just
Articles at the time. Can you show them?
fucking shit chat. Stories from times written decades later. Sailor shit. Can't really rely on it. Everyone was probably wasted. But luckily we have shipwrecks. And the earliest confirmed brown rat from a European wreck comes from a
I love the idea of rat highways. Me too. Coast of Corsica.
1796 shipwreck off the coast of Corsica. I know what some of you were thinking. What about the Black Plague? A plague caused by rats.
No. It was done via poor hygiene, and people were doing it to themselves.
Well, the story is actually way more complicated and way more interesting than what you probably learned in school. The classic version goes like this. Black rats carried fleas infected with bubonic plague. Rats die. Fleas jump to humans. Humans die. Rats cause the Black Death. Simple, clean, satisfying story. Only problem is it's looking like it's not true.
No, it's
First
not
off,
true.
Archaeological evidence suggests black rats weren't even that abundant across northern Europe at the time. Big problem if
That's
they're
not
supposed to be the
irrelevant.
primary vector. And when researchers modeled
That's not
the actual
relevant.
death rate patterns of the black
That's not relevant. It's like saying because there were very few Europeans who came to America, then it's not their fault that America got infected with, ooh, I might have to go soon. That's fine. I'm glad you were here for when you were here. Thank you for showing up as you were.
death against different transmission scenarios. The rat flea model couldn't account for how fast it spread. The model that fit best was human body lice and fleas, spreading it directly between people rather than...
Yeah, like I said, I said this already early in the video. It's because of the lack of soap and hygiene, not because of the rats. If literally somebody told them, just build a bucket, take the water, throw it over you, stay away from people for a couple of days, keep on doing that for like 3-4 days, everybody will be fine, nothing would have happened.
And rats as
Thank you for showing up today, Bedlam.
To blame lice, not rats.
Not rats.
Does that mean it's time for a history of lice? That would be sick and disgusting, but quite interesting.
Well, lice are not necessarily innocent. I do agree with that statement.
That brings us to a section mentioned in that paper as the ratting of North America, in quote.
Pikmin.
Suggesting it's a thing. And it turns out there's a paper titled The Ratting of North America from 2024 as well. So, the ratting of North America is as follows. Black rats got here first. They were as early European colonists. Columbus reportedly brought them to the Caribbean in 1492. By the time the continent was being actively colonized,
I literally mentioned this a couple of minutes ago. This is not pre-watched. It's not pre-watched.
black rats were thoroughly established along
It's just the video is very predictable.
The eastern seaboard. They had something like a 200-year head start over their cousins, the brown rats. And then the brown rats showed up. Many sources will tell you brown rats arrived around 1775, i.e. the American Revolution.
Fun fact about 1775, that's also around the time, well, pizza that we know and love today. Pizza pretty much only started existing in the world since like the 1600s to like the 1800s. So around that time, that's when pizza was invented. Pizza is not thousands of years old. It's not even older than, it's barely older than America, than the United States. That's the truth.
Which is very cinematic, but also wrong, probably. The team in the Ratting of North America paper looked at rat bones from 32 archaeological sites across eastern North America, using a technique called ZooMS or Zooms, can't remember how you pronounce it, where you can essentially read the protein signature of a bone to identify species. They found that brown rats appeared as early as the 1720s and 1730s in places like New Orleans, Virginia, Nova Scotia. The earliest confirmed hard date is from another shipwreck.
So basically, when people started actually writing things down 400 years ago. So all of the history is literally centered for like 400 or 500 years of people writing stuff. Okay.
French ship Le Machon that sunk in New Brunswick in 1760. So sounds about right. Brown rats were probably sneaking into North America decades before anyone noticed. And once they were here, the takeover was quick, like a few decades. The same study found that for about 200 years, basically every rat bone they recovered from archaeological sites was a black rat. Then,
how would they know? Once again, this is something I've been harping on the entire video. Bone density, size, body structure. How would they know?
In the mid-1700s, there's a sharp cliff. By 1800, black rats made up less than 2% of the rat remains in their data set. Over a person's human...
I would want her to explain where the data comes from. I would accept any answer that she would say that we knew that it's because of the bone density, the shape, the size of the rat. Like, I would accept any of them.
In lifetime, like one generic lifetime, black rats got completely replaced. Did they notice? Probably not. But why did this happen? Why didn't they just hang out together in mixed numbers? What did the brown rat have that the black rat didn't? This is where shit gets a little bit weird. The researchers also ran stable isotope analysis on the bones, looking at nitrogen isotope ratios to figure out what these rats were eating. Brown rats can...
Okay, so based off of the diet, but I don't like that as an answer because that could be anything. Is she saying because that we know that certain rats have different diets, so we know that according to what was missing, the records... I'm interested.
Consistently showed higher nitrogen values than black rats.
Ooh,
you know what that means?
What?
They were eating meat. Meat-eating rats!
Well, yeah, rodents eat meat. That is something that they do, yes.
Brown rats are meat-eating rats, so they were eating more meat scraps, more high-calorie waste. So, more evidence that the carnivore diet is right for you. Just kidding. That is a joke. That is a joke. What it really meant for the rats is that the brown rats were behaviorally better suited to take advantage of all the scraps and waste human life had to offer, and the pickier black rat just couldn't compete. So at this point, rats have spread.
So brown rats ate meat and brown rats didn't? Okay, I accept that as an answer.
Across the entire planet, displaced their competitors, and made themselves completely at home in human infrastructure. And humans...
So basically what she's saying is that they noticed that rats were eating scraps. This is basically based off of historical evidence. Like, not evidence, the word is escaping me, but you know what? When you go to court, what's it called again? Historical witnesses. This is basically based off of historical witnesses, off of what was missing off of the scrapes. They noticed that people were eating more of the scrapes of meat and high protein rather than stuff like the fruits and the nuts and the whatnot. Okay, that's interesting. I can accept that.
For their part, have been pretty consistently trying to kill them. But somewhere along the way, at least a couple people looked at them and said, we could probably use these rats for something. Maybe even keep them in our homes. Pretty big fucking switch up if you ask me.
With the first evidence of pets.
But there are three major routes to rats becoming domesticated. Domesticated meaning just used for some use,
Yeah,
including
pets.
having them as pets. That's a use. And that seems to be the
Scabbers.
first route. The earliest confirmed records of rats being bred as pets comes from mid-17th century Japan, with China potentially even earlier. These early, fancy rats were kept and selectively bred for unusual coat colors and patterns. So same kind of shit we're doing with
So they bred them, they killed them, they used the skin, and they ate the flesh. Okay.
dogs and cats today.
They don't live for long, so it's an interesting choice for breeding. Like, they would need to eat a lot. But I guess if that's all they have, that's all they have. They probably didn't have a good source, like a great source for protein back then.
And have been for thousands of years. Maybe not thousands of years, hundreds of years for cats, thousands of years for dogs. We see something and we say, I want it, and I want it to be fluffy. Wholesome when you think about it for 2 seconds, but then longer than that, it becomes not as wholesome. But what's even less wholesome, matter of fact, the opposite of wholesome, is the second route to domestication, rat baiting. In England and France,
Rat baiting. Gonna use that one for sure in England and in
like
France.
17 and 1800s, later in North America. There's a popular blood sport where a dog would be put in a small enclosed arena with a large number of rats. People would bet on how many rats the dog could kill in a set period of time. Just another one of the fucked up pastimes.
That's messed
from this
up.
period,
That is
which means
so messed
someone
up.
Needed to
That is so messed up. I'm not even gonna lie. It's basically cockfighting, but like in the Middle Ages.
supply a consistent, high-volume stock of rats. So rat catchers would breed and maintain large captive populations specifically for this purpose. But this actually led to a little offshoot of the first route, because those captive bred populations would often lead to some unusual colors of interest that could be pulled out of rat baiting and sold as pets by rat catchers.
Yeah, because according to what she's saying, there weren't really many spotted rats and over the time. All right, that's interesting.
This is where Jack Black comes in, not the Jack Black you're thinking of.
I was wondering why she kept on mentioning Jack Black early on. Okay.
But this one, the Royal Rat Catcher of England, Queen Victoria's official rat catcher apparently. He was famous for killing rats, but not all rats. He sold many as pets in the mid-1800s, and he was apparently quite flamboyant in appearance.
Flamboyant in appearance, selling rats. Okay. I hear ya.
Jack Black was a machine that turned caught rats into pet rats. Okay, also worth mentioning that researchers think rats went through repeated cycles of being bred in captivity, released or escaping into the wild, going feral, getting recaptured, and being bred again. So the line to domestication was all sorts of twisted. The third route is the most recent and arguably the most significant, scientific research. And North America was the hub for this. In 1906, a neurologist named Henry Donaldson brought 4 pairs of albino rats to the Wistar Institute at the University of Pennsylvania. His argument for using rats as lab animals was straightforward. Their food preferences and neurological development were broadly similar.
Is she saying what I think she's saying? If she isn't, that's super evil. I want to hear what she has to say before I say anything.
To humans, they were small, they reproduced fast as fuck, they were easy to maintain in captivity. All those R-selected traits that made them such successful urban pests turned out to make them fantastic research subjects
Yep. Evil.
as well. And as you would expect from an R-selected species, those original 4 pairs produced dozens of descendant rat strains. Yes, they're called strains of rats. The only strains I'm familiar with are Blue Dream and OG Kush, am I right? One rat strain ultimately reached 135 generations in captivity. That's a lot of fucking rats. Several of these major strains developed at the Wistar Institute are still actively used in labs today.
Sorry, apologies. What she's saying here is they went out of their way to breed rats so they would be perfect. They didn't just stumble upon them. They were bred to be the perfect test subjects. That is evil. That is evil.
But a lot of strains got mixed up over the years. Decades of undocumented exchanges of rats between colonies. Extreme inbreeding. Population bottlenecks. Typical shit, I guess. Domesticated rats were the classic lab animal for decades. Until the 1980s, when advances in genetic engineering led scientists to start looking at the house mouse. From my understanding,
yeah, because that was living for like 3 years at the time.
it's because scientists figured out how to manipulate mouse embryonic stem cells, like knocking genes out, knocking new ones in, swapping mouse genes for human genes.
It's evil as fuck.
Even insane genetic shit. So all of a sudden you can engineer a mouse to model almost any human disease you want for...
I see why it's good, but wow. That's a question. That's an actual question. Is it moral? I guess it is moral as a species versus species, but as being versus being. Because species versus species, like you'd say, okay, it doesn't matter what, humans would always be above. But it depends what your morals are. If you hold humans above other species into a high standard, then yes, that's absolutely fine. But if you don't, that's evil as fuck.
Studying purposes, rats don't have that ability genetically, so lab rats were replaced by lab mice. Well, not completely replaced. Brown rats are still the second most commonly used mammalian model organism, after the house mouse. Rats remain preferred for behavioral research, addiction studies, and cardiovascular research specifically, because in those areas, their physiological and neurological similarities to humans are solid, and they've saved an insane number of human lives. Over the last century, lab rat strains have made foundational contributions to our understanding of physiology, metabolism, neuroscience, and behavior. Pretty much.
Oh my God. So they've been bred to literally, oh no. They didn't originally have the same type of reactions that human did, and they've been bred to have almost identical similar reactions to humans. So this is why so they weren't grown like hundreds of years ago. This is something they literally did for like according to her, like recently. This is like super recent. And people just let that slide.
Every major drug developed in the 20th century was tested in rats at some point. And
sure.
So, today, what are rats to us? They're all over the place. They're an expected part of the human experience. Usually not welcome, but expected nonetheless. If we separate ourselves from the idea of them as pests, scrambling around and shit, it's really insane to think about what they've been able to achieve. The brown...
You can't. But you can't separate. That's the whole point. Their tiny little legs would not have taken them that far. Their tiny little legs would have found already a predator. Without human intervention, they would have stayed in certain areas, and that would be it.
Rat is now one of the most globally distributed mammals.
It's like talking about cats in Australia. Cats have become predators in Australia because we literally brought them there. Had we not brought them there, they never would have made it there.
On the planet, found on every continent except Antarctica. Like I said, trying to keep them out of there. They're consistently the most successful in urban environments and showing no signs of slowing down. And the key to all of it is...
The problem is they have way too many predators. Without human intervention, like, they're not strong enough to lay claim that they could have done it alone. Literally have enemies everywhere, even in the burrows. Everywhere they have.
Just the ability to go with the flow. Brown rats will eat pretty much anything humans eat. They use sewers, subway tunnels, road infrastructure as transit corridors.
Well, I'm telling it as it is. America.
They can travel several miles through a city in a single night. They are genuinely the most successful urban mammal alive that isn't us. Would it be reasonable?
I hard disagree with that statement. Saying that they're the most successful without tying themselves to human, it's like saying that cats are the most successful. Without human intervention, something else would have come. Probably monkeys.
To say the most successful mammal alive that isn't us, not just urban? I think so. And like everything alive today,
opinion,
they're still evolving, but we get to see their evolution in real time.
Yeah, they're evolving because we're evolving them. We're forcing environmental change, or like forceful environmental changes upon them. It could even be chemical to a degree.
The most well-documented example is anticoagulant rodenticide resistance.
I don't know what that means.
When cities started using rat poison at scale, most rats died. But some had a genetic mutation that made them resistant.
Not a genetic mutation, it's just a genetic, it's like taking flour and putting it through a sieve and seeing whatever falls out. I wouldn't call it a mutation. It's more like what was left over.
Resistant to the anticoagulant. Blood couldn't clot. Rats died, except for the ones with that resistance gene. Those rats survived, reproduced.
It was useless for them for thousands of years until we came up with the rat poison.
Passed it on. Classic. Now that resistance is widespread in urban rat populations globally.
Sure.
One, New York City rats.
Another one. Hold up. No. I gotta do it. Wait. Oh, yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
Classic ones, the most iconic ones. The ones stealing pizza and eating cigarettes, probably. You know?
Love that picture.
Classic New Yorker shit. There's evidence of directional selection in their populations. Rats in New York City are measurably evolving longer noses and upper tooth rows over time. Those
Because it's necessary for their survival. Yeah, I hear.
traits are associated with adaptation to colder environments and higher quality diets that require less chewing. So maybe the key is the eating of cigarettes. But enough with the rat talk.
Yeah, eating.
I want to zoom back out to show you some other rodent relatives. Show you some strange specimens of the rodent lineage.
Ooh, that's
alive
colorful.
today. Just real quick. Starting off with one I showed you in the quiz that I'm sure you wanted to.
Long legs, because it can jump over certain things that go for it because of its low size, and then it can just jump over it. It's a beautiful species.
Know more information about. Jerboa looks like a baby rabbit standing on
To a
toothpicks.
degree.
Their back legs are up to 4 times longer than their front legs. Their
Yeah.
metatarsal bones are fused into a single, elongated structure called a
Meaning they can jump faster and higher.
cannon bone, so they can launch off like a fucking cannon.
Yep.
And they are bipedal, a fully bipedal rodent, hopping across the deserts of Africa and Asia. I showed this picture to my friend and she said, "Where's the rest of it?" I don't know. They hop, skip, and run in an unpredictable fashion.
I guess. But they have to have some sort of predator. Because it can't be unpredictable.
Probably to confuse predators. If I was a predator, I don't know what the fuck I would do with that. Nobody wants to deal with this maniac, so it's a solid evolutionary strategy. Next one, I want you to guess what it looks like based on its scientific name. Octodon. Intense.
8?
Sounds like a fucking transformer. It's
8?
actually this, a degu found in Chile. Is this degu some sort of transformer
But why is it called Octo? Like Doc Ock?
into something more horrific? No. It's named Octodon because their molars wear down to a figure-8 pattern. That
Oh, I see. That's an interesting evolution trait and reason why to call them that. All right.
That's it. The common degu has a scientific name, Octodon digus. Octodon digus.
So they can actually latch onto foods that they normally wouldn't be able to, and be able to grind it, rather than just snap and eat. They can grind it in their stomach so that they're less competitive over resources.
I really fuck with that. Something cool I learned about degus, they naturally develop Alzheimer's disease as they age. Not cool for them, obviously, but cool for
You know how we know that that it's Alzheimer's? Because the only way we can find out if it's Alzheimer's is by autopsies. You can't diagnose anybody with Alzheimer's without a literal taking apart their entire brain. It's crazy.
us because it's spontaneous, like there's no genetic engineering required. They just do it naturally, spontaneously. So, looking pretty valuable as a natural model for research. Another freak, the naked mole rat. Mentioned them earlier and talked about them in my eusociality video.
Sure,
They
sure.
are eusocial in the same way bees and ants and termites and shit are eusocial. Pretty cool. They're also naked, but they're
Being naked is not necessarily a bad thing. Very good at regulating heat.
not actual rats, but they are rodents. They can live to like 30 years old.
That's pretty old.
You should check out my eusociality video if you want to hear more.
30
about that.
years is a
Next,
long
The
time.
most colorful of all. Actually, I think the most colorful mammal that we know of.
No, that would be pigeon. No, pigeons aren't mammals. Never mind. Never mind.
The Indian giant squirrel, also known as the rainbow squirrel.
The
found in,
rainbow
you guessed it,
squirrel. Huh. And it's almost time for June. Huh.
India. This squirrel gets pretty fucking big, like 3 feet long. That is this. This is
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. But that would include their tail, I assume, right?
3 feet. So that's a big fucking squirrel. Me next to this squirrel. They come in combinations of cream, rough,
Well, yeah, okay. You have to take the tail into consideration, but the real question is, what evolutionary trait does the tail actually give them?
reddish maroon, deep brown, black, sometimes near fuchsia, depending on the subspecies. They look like they got trapped in a bucket of paint. They spend most of their lives in the tree canopy. They can leap up to 20 feet between trees.
Not as impressive as you think it is. It's not as impressive as you think it is. unless it combines with something that like the weasel does, where it's like super flexible, it's not as impressive as you think it is, because it also has to, after it jumps, it has to land, it has to absorb all of the shock. If it can't absorb the shock, then it's stunned for like a couple of seconds. And if it's stunned for a couple of seconds, any predator can take advantage of that.
They build multiple nests across their territory, using different ones on different days. They peruse.
They
meander. They're lovely. But arguably the coolest rodent alive is one that was thought to be extinct for 11 million years.
Oh.
Yeah, the Laotian rock rat. It's part of a rodent family called Diatomyidae that scientists thought was a dead end for 11 million years. Or no, scientists didn't think that for 11 million years. They thought it had been a dead end from 11 million years ago.
I still don't understand what she's trying to say here.
There were no scientists 11 million years ago.
Well, that's obvious.
In 2005, a biologist named Robert Timmons found this animal being sold at a bushmeat market in Laos. It had a rat face, a squirrel tail, and skull features unlike any living mammal he'd ever seen. It was described as a new species, which was already exciting.
Was it fake? It could have been fake. For some reason, I think it's fake.
But then paleontologist Mary Dawson looked at it and said, actually, this isn't new at all. That's classic Diatomyidae. Is that not sick? And they're also cute as fuck. A couple other rapid fire ones. African spiny mouse. They can fucking regenerate a severed spinal cord.
Why aren't we learning from that how to do that to humans? Maybe we are.
Also their skin, heart tissue, and kidneys after severe damage. No other mammal can do this. As you would expect, they are being actively studied for regenerative medicine.
Okay, there it is. There it is.
Visually, they look pretty normal, spiny, but recognizable as a mouse. So, pretty out of the blue skill, if you ask me.
Not out of the blue. It's extremely desired. We wish we can have that too. The Bosavi woolly rat.
Bosavi woolly rat. Only first discovered in 2009 in this insanely steep volcanic crater. And the Vangunu giant rat, a beast of a rat. Only formally confirmed via camera trap in 2023, and like twice the size of a typical rat. They can crack open green coconuts with their teeth.
We need tools for that. That's impressive.
Not dry coconuts, green coconuts.
Yeah.
I would like to see them get together with a coconut crap. But yeah, that's the history of rats. For now, that we know of. If you want me to expand on any part of this video in a separate offshoot video, let me know. And if you have suggestions for another history of that I'm not necessarily always going to do a whole series on, you know, I'll do episodes like this. Let me know. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe.
Absolutely, absolutely.
On what will it be? A deep sea creature of very large size.
Is that the box jellyfish? Is that the box jellyfish?
Stay tuned for that. Keep up with behind the scenes content, live streams, and our Discord server on Patreon. And for now, stay curious. The world has a lot for us to learn. See ya!
Alright, that was fun. Actually, I'm gonna let this run because it's kind of cool. I learned a lot from this video about rats. I love doing this on my spare time, so we're gonna be doing this quite often moving forward. I love animal videos. Alright. That's gonna be it for... Wait, hold up. For this part. We're just gonna end this right here. We're gonna end this stream now, and we're gonna start a new stream for Town of Salem. Just a minute.